smarter than this.
I'm happy to disappoint you.
12. Bishop should go. There is an alarm in the complex, and Hicks warns that xenomorphs are coming. The sentry guns open fire on the aliens until they run out of ammunition. At the same time, Bishop announces that based on emergency venting, the atmospheric processor will explode in 4 hours. Ripley suggests remotely piloting a new dropship from Sulaco. Hudson says that transmitter is on the APC, but the APC is wasted. Finally, the group decides that Bishop will crawl through the ducts to the colony transmitter and remotely control the new dropship. Meanwhile, sentry guns in the corridors hold off the aliens, though they are also running low on ammo until the aliens retreat. Vasquez and Hudson go on patrol, while Hicks teaches Ripley how to use a pulse rifle. Ripley goes back to Newt. On the way, she meets Gorman, who has regained consciousness. At Newt's, Ripley falls asleep. Bishop reaches the colony transmitter and begins remotely piloting the new dropship from Sulaco. Ripley wakes up in a room next to the laboratory, sensing something is wrong. She searches for her pulse rifle, but it's gone. Suddenly, a facehugger tries to attack Ripley's face, but she manages to stop it. Newt and Ripley try to attract attention via surveillance cameras, but Burke in operations turns off the monitors. Ripley triggers the sprinkler system, which sets off an alarm in operations. The soldiers head toward the laboratory room, while 2 facehuggers try to attach themselves to Newt and Ripley. The soldiers arrive and rescue Ripley and Newt. Differences from other material. All material related to sentry guns is missing from the theatrical version. 2 filmed scenes were cut from the theatrical and special editions. When the group discusses how to get another dropship from Sulaco, in the background the aliens can be heard banging on a pressure door until it suddenly stops. Vasquez notices this first, and the robot sentries sound their alarms. This was originally the start of the second barrage of sentry fire after Bishop is sealed into the sub-conduit. This scene appears in earlier scripts. A conversation between Ripley and Hicks where Ripley concludes the aliens will get them, and Hicks responds, maybe, and maybe not. This scene is in the latest script version. In the script, when Bishop crawls through the duct toward the colony transmitter, he notices an acid-corroded hole in the duct. Bishop looks out and sees an alien's inner jaw snapping loudly inside the duct. He withdraws, checks his watch, and continues crawling. For decades, Alien fans have believed that this scene was filmed. Some even claim to have seen it in a broadcast version from the 1980s. However, no footage of the scene has become public. In interviews, Lance Henriksen, who portrayed Bishop, has been asked about the scene, but he has never confirmed its existence. Rather, he tends to avoid giving a direct answer.
Thank you, but in one version of the script, where you're like crawling through the pipe, you run into an alien. Was that ever shot? And if that was, how do you like react to the alien? And if you just keep like crawling past him, or
I didn't have any problem with the aliens because they didn't even notice me.
Okay, so
because I was synthetic. There was no. I mean, they're not a visual thing. They smell it, they taste it, they want it, you know. But me, they, you know, that'd be like stepping over a fire hydrant, but you don't even notice it. So, did that answer your question?
yes, sir.
I did crawl through the pipe.
In the scripts, when Bishop begins remotely piloting the new dropship from Sulaco, the dropship automatically starts refueling. In an earlier script, a female voiceover can be heard announcing, "Attention, attention, automatic fueling operations have begun. Please extinguish all smoking materials." This scene appears in the film's storyboards. 13. The battle in operations. The group interrogates Burke. Ripley explains how Burke tried to implant alien embryos into Newt and herself, attempting to smuggle the aliens past quarantine. Just as the soldiers are about to execute Burke, the building loses power. Red emergency lighting activates in the rooms. Hudson detects movement on the motion tracker. The group fortifies themselves in operations. Vasquez and Hicks weld the door shut. The motion tracker shows the aliens approaching, but the group cannot see them. Suddenly, the group notices the motion signal coming from above, and a large number of aliens fall through the ceiling into operations, attacking the group. During the firefight, Burke escapes through another door leading to the laboratory corridor. The soldiers fight off the aliens, and Hudson dies. The group tries to follow Burke but finds the door locked. An alien surprises Burke in the hospital laboratory. The group breaks the door lock and moves to the next room, where Hicks and Vasquez begin welding the doors shut. Meanwhile, Newt guides Ripley into the ventilation shaft, with the others following. Newt leads the group through the ducts. Vasquez protects them against the aliens. Bishop informs Hicks via headset that the dropship is arriving. Vasquez runs out of ammunition and gets injured. Gorman comes to help, but the situation is desperate. Gorman and Vasquez detonate themselves and the surrounding aliens with a grenade. Due to the explosion, Newt stumbles and falls into a duct leading several floors down. Differences from other material. In both theatrical and special edition films, these scenes are mostly similar. In the scripts, the group does not reach the end of the ventilation shaft, but gets trapped between aliens. Hicks uses a hand welder to cut an opening in the duct through which they escape. This scene originates from the Alien 2 story. Earlier scripts include several different details. The soldiers prepare for the alien attack by checking their weapons and gearing up. When Hicks looks up at the ceiling structure, one alien attacks him. Hicks dodges, and the alien scratches his armor with its claws. During the fight, the sprinkler system and siren activate. Before Vasquez shoots a pulse rifle grenade, Gorman forbids her from using it, but she ignores him. Due to the explosions, the group temporarily loses hearing. When Burke encounters the alien at the laboratory door, the alien stabs Burke with its tail. In the ventilation shaft, Vasquez uses a flamethrower, not a pulse rifle. This also comes from the Alien 2 story, where Vasquez is equipped with a flamethrower in the ducts. Likely for safety reasons, the flamethrower was replaced by a pulse rifle during filming. After Newt falls into the shaft, Ripley follows her but does not find her. Hicks finds Ripley, and the scene continues as in the film. The 1983 Alien 2 treatment version also includes an epic ventilation shaft scene. As noted, some parts were inherited into the film scripts. Additionally, in the Alien 2 story, Gorman is incapacitated in the ducts, blocking Vasquez's path, which allows the alien to stab Vasquez. Before the paralysis toxin takes effect, Vasquez detonates 2 grenades. 14. Alien Queen. Using the tracker, Ripley and Hicks find Newt in the lower levels, underneath the floor in a pool. Hicks begins cutting through the floor, but the alien reaches Newt before Hicks can finish the opening. The aliens approach, and Ripley and Hicks flee. In the elevator, one alien attacks, and Hicks shoots it. Acid splashes onto Hicks, injuring him. Ripley and Hicks exit the building through the north lock, where Bishop is just piloting the dropship down. The trio boards the dropship, but Ripley says they are not leaving yet. She prepares to rescue Newt, taping the pulse rifle and flamethrower together. Ripley orders Hicks to prevent Bishop from taking off yet. In the atmospheric processor station elevator, Ripley loads the rifle's grenade launcher and readies herself. In the background, the station's announcement warns that the place will explode in 14 minutes. Using the tracker, Ripley moves through the building. Eventually, she finds the tracker bracelet on the floor, but not Newt. Coincidentally, Newt is just waking up, restrained with alien material to the structures. In front of Newt, an egg opens, and the girl begins screaming. Ripley hears Newt's cry and rescues her. Ripley carries Newt as they move, only to realize they are surrounded by alien eggs. They see a large alien queen laying eggs from her huge egg sac. Warrior aliens appear on the scene. Ripley points the flamethrower at the eggs, and the alien queen orders the warriors to retreat. Ripley and Newt fall back until one of the eggs hatches. Ripley burns the eggs with the flamethrower, and the alien queen screams. The warrior aliens attack, and Ripley opens fire. She destroys the eggs in the egg sac, then throws grenades toward the nest and heads with Newt toward the elevators. The alien queen follows them. Ripley and Newt enter the elevator and ascend to the landing platform, but the dropship is gone. Just as Ripley prepares to face the alien queen's fate with Newt, the dropship arrives and picks them up. Due to atmospheric turbulence, the dropship rattles and collides with the landing platform structures. Finally, the dropship lifts off towards Sulaco, and in the background on the planetoid, a large explosion occurs. Differences from other material. In the special edition version, before Ripley leaves for the atmospheric processor to rescue Newt, she and Hicks share a brief, warm conversation. Both released versions of the film omit a scene where Ripley discovers Burke cocooned. She gives him a hand grenade and then continues her search for Newt. The discovery of Burke cocooned tells a different story about his fate than in the movie. In the film, the viewer gets the impression that the alien kills him in the laboratory. The cocooned Burke also connects to earlier scripts that describe him being paralyzed by the alien's tail. Both scenes are present in the scripts. In earlier scripts, Ripley notices that besides warrior drones, the alien nest also contains smaller albino drones that maintain the hive. The 1983 Alien 2 treatment also includes an alien queen encounter. In some parts, it resembles the film, but many elements differ entirely due to the radically different story development. In Alien 2, Ripley, Hicks, and Newt intentionally stay at the aliens' mercy. The aliens paralyze them and take them to the nest. In the hive, Ripley uses an antidote to counteract the effects of the alien sting's venom in her body, and she and Newt escape the planetoid using a colony shuttle found near the hive. The Alien 2 version describes the albino drone's behavior in more detail. It does not have a striking inner jaw, but instead a long proboscis, which it can implant embryos directly into victims without the need for a facehugger.